Welcome back, Heroclix fans. Today I'm going to cover my month 6 No Man's Land tournament. Our tournament format was 600 points, Batman figures, Streets of Gotham figures, and No Man's Land figures, including the fast forces associated with those sets. So as you see here, we have a lot of ladies, which all of these have, and Blue Beetle, don't forget Blue Beetle, are birds of prey. Now, about 2 weeks ago, I thought, hey, what the heck, I think I'm going to play a Birds of Prey team. I like Big Barda with the format, you know, Big Barda's pretty good, Dove's awesome, and then we have the Oracle and Poison Ivy. Those are kind of like my core figures. I was thinking maybe I want to do a Birds of Prey theme team for month 6. There's no resources involved. So I was like, wow, that's gonna be crazy. Maybe I will do that. So about 2 weeks ago, I put together a rough team, right? But I didn't really finish it. And within those 2 weeks, I really didn't get much time to do any planning or anything like that. Actually, I was really busy. Time ticked down and we had our tournament today. And I'm like, wow, I'm gonna throw those figures together and build that team. Well, it ended up being 400 points. So I'm like, I need to build another 200 points worth of figures. There was no resources allowed, so it was just kind of like whatever from the set. These were all the figures that I kind of was considering to put on this team, but we will start deducting some of the figures here so that you can kind of get an idea. So the whole start of it, we wanted Big Barda, obviously. That's kind of a no-brainer, right? So I wanted Big Barda and I wanted Dove. Not only did I want Dove, I wanted Oracle, right? Because Oracle, you can give her an action token, and then if she shares a keyword with someone, then they can be given a move action for half their movement, which is really, really good. Okay, so then how am I gonna get these characters into position? Well, I was like, I definitely need to play Lady Blackhawk, because if I'm gonna play a Birds of Prey team, she can carry, you know, my whole team, and she can carry flyers, which Big Barda, because I was thinking, well, you know, I need to get Big Barda across the map without having to give her tokens, kind of can set her up to be what I want her to be. So this was my core team. This was my 400 point team. With Blue Beetle, you get a perplex and kind of good stuff, you know, it's not too bad. So I'm like, okay, I like that team, but I need another 200 points. Or, you know, what am I gonna do? 200 points, I need to do something for this tournament. So that's where we have all these other figures where I was kind of doing within like an hour of the tournament at home. I'm just like, I need to figure something out. So I grab all these other characters. I'm thinking, wow, another Dove, that would be really nasty. Katana, exploit weakness. This other Black Canary with run and shot pulse wave, which is huge, especially with Oracle. Batgirl, I was thinking about playing her at the 25 points. Catwoman, the other Black Canary, and then Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy was actually one of my characters on the bubble. I was thinking of playing her instead of Blue Beetle, and it was way over points. So I couldn't do that. So then I realized, wow, it's 600 points, so let me play her, and then that was kind of the theory behind it. I was like, okay, we got those. Now how am I gonna fill out the rest of this team? I chose to go with Black Canary because she has the in contact with Oracle. If she is given anything other than a free action, you can perplex up one of her stats. You don't even need the line of sight. You just, you know, give her +1 to one of her stats. I said, well, Blue Beetle with the perplex, it definitely can use that. And then I was like, you know what, Dove? I can't really play you. You're not enough. So this was my 600 point team, and I used the Silver Age Justice League ATA. Obviously I had to give it to everyone that had Justice League. So that was Black Canary, Blue Beetle, Big Barda, and Oracle. So you can see, here's the team. And I was like, okay, let's go. I got my ATA ready, and we're gonna, you know, let's see what we can do here. So the object of this team was to try to get the map roll. The first couple of times I decided to go first, but then the rest of my last couple matches, I chose to pick the side with the elevated terrain and then that big old blocking terrain like in the beginning of the stage. So I thought that could give me a little bit more on the map, and I still had a big wall to protect me. So I really like that, kind of had that huge wall to protect me. So what I would do, Lady Blackhawk, I would carry Big Barda, Dove, Black Canary, and then Poison Ivy. And on the top ledge, I would have Blue Beetle looking down on my team to give me theme probs and a perplex. That was pretty good. And he's got 5 range. You can do some pop shots even though he only has 2 damage. And then I kind of had Oracle on the ledge but all the way in the back. And I would just give her, you know, action tokens to move characters. And then I could push her to get perplexed and stuff. So that was really my theory behind it. So a lot of the times I just moved my characters into position, got a perplex, and then next turn my options were to give Oracle a power action, to give any one of these characters a move action for free, then they can attack. I can move Dove 4 squares and then she could charge, exploit weakness, take their damage and exploit weakness them. Or I could move, you know, Big Barda 5 squares and then have her charge. Not one of my matches did I ever use Boom Tube. And I tried to save it. I think it might have helped, you know. I think it was helped that I saved it, and I never really thought about Boom Tube as an option. It was more like it was in the bag, but I wanted to actually get a normal charge off. That's just kind of what I was thinking. Then Poison Ivy, she was a real all-star because what she could do is throw out Smoke Cloud and then target one of those Smoke Cloud tokens and then give 1 click of damage to everyone around it. So you have stealthy characters and characters that do not have damage reducers. You can just pop them for 1 damage, and I would push her as well. So I didn't really care because her attack's a 9. You get a better attack, you do mind control, but I didn't really get an, you know, there really wasn't an option to really do mind control. There maybe was one time I thought maybe I could do mind control, you know, pop Oracle, a token, then move Poison Ivy, and then for free, and then have her mind control. It didn't really work out because the character was in stealth, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Then the last figure, obviously, like I said, Lady Blackhawk was able to carry the characters, even the flyers, Dove and Big Barda, which is huge to get these characters into position, and she's really, really pushable, and her mid-dial, she's actually a pretty good fighter, actually. And the last figure I want to talk about is Black Canary. Was a late addition. This really was the deciding factor of putting a second Dove or having Black Canary, and I think it worked out to my benefit to play Black Canary because she could run and shot and pulse wave, and then in contact with Oracle, I could, you know, perplex up her damage or her attack, and then she also had the Silver Age ATA, so she was already attacking pretty good. And then like Blue Beetle's perplex, and if I push Oracle to her second click, she has another perplex. No outwit. That was one thing that I was lacking quite a bit because there was a lot of Big Bardas out there and a lot of other characters with damage reducers. So that was one thing I really wish I would have had outwit. But I think the only outwit I had was when Oracle got hit on her outwit, but she went down at that point because she didn't have any defense. But anyway, so that is the team, and it looked pretty good because it helped me win the Batcave. So I was really, really excited. We went 4 rounds. This team went 4-0. I ended up with, I think, 22,000 points. There was only like 1 match where I wasn't able to clear my opponent, and you know, I was not even that exhausted, but I was really happy that we didn't have to go a 5th round. I had the most points. There was another undefeated team that actually was a very similar Birds of Prey team, but we didn't go 5 rounds. He was undefeated 4-0. I was undefeated 4-0. I had about 22,000 points. He had about 1,000 points, so he was kind of behind. First place and second place got a Batcave, so he took second place and won the Batcave. So if we would have played a 5th round, even if I would have lost, I would have got second place because of my points. So ultimately, it was a win for me, and I was really, really happy when I knocked out the final figure in my 4th match. I was like, wow, I didn't win Thanos, but I got the Batcave, and I'm super stoked, super happy. Everyone in the tournament was good. I was so happy that I won, but I also kind of felt bad for everyone else because I know they really wanted it, and someone had to win, but it was a fun tournament, and it's pretty cool. It's very cool. So let's take a look at some of the other prizes that we got. So first place won the Batcave and Joker and Harley, which I was super, super happy to have too, because Harley Quinn is it's just one of my favorite Batman villains. Of course, Joker is as well. And then to be on a duo figure, I mean, that is just incredible. And because I won the tournament, we were tied for the most points for the gang affiliation. That helped put us over the edge, and we got 3 victories for No Man's Land, and our team, GCPD, won the Penguins. So I was super happy about that as well, and I was really happy able to help out my teammates win the Penguin, and they did pretty good as well. So they held up their bargain as well, because if they would have done, you know, not so good, we still might not have won the night, even if I won the tournament, because your whole team has to perform pretty well, and they performed really, really well. So the Penguin is definitely a team award or prize, so super, super happy. Also, for prize participation, everyone got a Batman cowl. If you haven't seen that one gives the character the Batman TA. Not only does that, if you already have the Batman TA, if you are adjacent to a wall or square of higher elevation terrain, lines of fire drawn to that character are blocked. So that is really, really good. Doesn't really give you any more bonuses, but it makes you really hard to hit. Then we also received the handcuffs. So that was really, really cool. So needless to say, this was just an outstanding day. Got the Batcave, got Harley and Joker. Super stoked about that. Got the Penguin from the gang. Man, I can't say enough. This Batcave looks outstanding. As you see here, this is kind of like a display piece right here, and you know, I don't know how often I'll play it, but I know I'll definitely display it just because it looks so cool. You know, I know it's corny, but Batman really is my favorite superhero. I kind of felt bad. I know there's so many people that wanted it. We had 18 players. We had to go 4 rounds, and we would have played a 5th round because there was 2 undefeated, but it was just too much, and there's 2 undefeated, so we both took 1st and 2nd. I will do reviews on the Batcave, Harley Quinn, and Joker, as well as the Penguin, but this video is just too long to add it all in there. But definitely very cool, and I definitely have to say that WizKids really stepped it up with the detail on the Batcave. It just looks incredible. Thanks again for watching my recap tournament from No Man's Land Month 6. Please subscribe, please rate this video, and leave me a comment. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me how you did in your tournament. Alright guys, take it easy and have a good day. Winner, winner, winner. Ryan. Winner. Winner is Ryan.